Hello and welcome to the interview hosted by the Big Box Media Company. I'm Joan Pontus, the head of content at Scribe Minds and Media. And today I'm honored to be joined by Mr. Saurabh Srivastava, Assistant General Manager, Supply Chain Management and Product Head at Jockey India under Page Industries Limited. To quickly introduce the guest for today, Mr. Saurabh is a seasoned e-commerce and retail strategist with over 15 years of experience across category management, supply chain transformation, merchandising, and planning. He has led major portfolios at Flipkart, Jockey India, and Hindustan Unilever, managing multi-crore profit and loss and driving impactful initiatives in fashion, beauty, and grocery. His expertise includes demand supply alignment, automation, assortment planning, and omni-channel strategy using tools like SAP, JDA, and PLM. An IIM and Udaipur and Purdue University alumnus, Saurabh blends strategic insight with sharp execution. He's been recognized with several industry awards for driving results in cost optimization, inventory productivity, and digital transformation. Passionate about agile, tech-driven supply chain, he advises startups and retailers on scaling through innovation and data-driven decisions. Saurabh is also a respected voice in the future of commerce. Good evening, Mr. Saurabh. Thank you for joining
Thank
this
you.
interview hosted by the Big Box Media Company.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for the introduction.
So, the purpose of this interview is to get a better understanding of the global best practices in the retail and e-commerce landscape.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we have prepared a set of questions and we advise you to
Sure.
give. Yeah. So,
Sure.
to start,
Please.
so to begin with, why is assortment planning crucial in the fashion industry and what trends shift so quickly?
Okay. So, assortment planning is vital in the fashion industry, where consumer preference and trends evolve rapidly.
Right.
It helps retailer choose the right mix of a style, sizes, color, and category. This ensures that the customer satisfaction, reduce inventory risk, and fewer markdowns. So with the constant pressure in the fashion industry of a seasonality, assortment planning allow retailers to stay agile. At the same time, we can introduce the new styles and move out the outperforming styles constantly, maintaining a consistent brand image and fulfilling the customer expectation regarding the brand. Data and analytics plays a major role in this entire planning cycle. Based on the customer behavior or the consumer trend or trend from the social media, brands are able to evaluate the right depth and width and
Okay.
accordingly um, can allocate the inventory accordingly on the platform, be it offline or online channel. So in essence, assortment planning is a place which defines, which helps your top line and the bottom line, and at the same time maintain the consistent brand image as well as the customer experience. Thank you.
So, it's very crucial in the industry, as you just
Yep.
mentioned. But does it also depend on, like you said, seasons? Like, for example,
Yeah.
festivals. So that changes, right, from each festival and each
Correct.
month. So, is there a way in which you can collect all this data? Like, what sort of technology do you use behind this? If you can just give us a brief into it.
So in my previous experience, I have done this thing, and with the help of the past data, we do a lot of analysis. We collect like last 2, 3 year data, particularly if you talk about the festive season or particular seasonality, we collect those data time period, data from those time periods, collect it, evaluate it, try to analyze those data points, or if there is any new trends across the globe, it's happening. We try to get those data. There are lots of newsletter, magazines, through or the other website or other forum through which we are looking what's happening across the globe, not only in India but across the globe, and trying to build the assortment according to that. But at the same time, we need to understand our target audience, what they are exactly looking. It's not always about the fast fashion, but if we are talking about the tier 3, tier 4 customers, we need to cater up mass audience as well. So the assortment planning should be a mix of your target audience.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot of research that goes into this process as well.
So
Thank
there's
you.
a
That's
lot of data and analytics that help in defining the product assortment.
yeah, that's really insightful. Thank you for that. With over 15 years of experience across multiple sectors like your e-commerce, Q-commerce, FMCG, retail, and manufacturing, how has your cross-industry exposure shaped your leadership style and strategic approach?
Okay. So see, in my 15 year of experience, I have maintained three things very common. One is data-driven approach. Second is the high execution standard. And third is the diversity.
Okay.
I believe, I personally believe that data is a very powerful tool. And through that, uh, keeping your KPIs, keeping your outcome into the mind, keeping your customer first into the mind, what metrics you are going to change. Based on that, you are going to take a call and make all the strategic decisions. So your data backed approach, be it in FMCG, e-commerce, or even in the retail world, everywhere data plays a major role. And with the help of data, you are always confident that you have taken with a certain pinch, with a pinch of a salt, but at the same time, you have a history to prove that
Okay.
something similar to that have happened in the past, and we are going in that same direction, taking a data backed approach. That is one. Second, at the same time, once you have defined your database strategy, it's time for an execution. Irrespective of how many strategy you frame, if your execution is not right, you will not be able to reach to the right solution, right path. And hence, execution plays a very important role. Again, it's agnostic of the industry. It plays an important role in FMCG, in e-commerce, or in the retail world. So execution and execution of the highest standard, we always strive for that. And finally, diversity. Diversity, I believe that it's very important. You should get a view from a multiple sources, multiple background, people having the multiple ideas. So you should be open to understand, digest those ideas, um, work around those solutions suggested by your peers, suggested by your subordinate or your seniors. Uh, try to work on a multiple different tools and
Right.
different areas so that as an overall human also you will grow along with your organization. So for me to summarize, data driven approach, execution, and the diversity, these three plays a major role in my leadership.
Amazing. Just another question on this. Like your work across industries,
Yep.
does the learnings overlap when when you
Yes,
are
as I mentioned, see, data driven is or the execution, it remain constant. Diversity, it remain constant. It varies, mean the degree of the these variable or these factors varies according to the industry. Like in e-commerce world, yes, data driven approach and the your execution both play major role because it's a very agile industry. Whereas in the world of a retail and FMCG, your process excellence as well as the data driven approach, these two play a major role. So it change, the degree changes according to the industry, but the basic remains constant.
Thank you for walking us through that. The next question would be your product management initiatives span critical areas like product exchange, returns, and catalog improvement. How do you ensure these initiatives align with broader business goals and customer satisfaction metrics?
Okay. So, in this type of problem, whenever we get a problem where we have to solve something for the customer or for the organization to safeguard our bottom line or improve our top line, the approach which I have always taken, and that's the kind of approach in any customer-centric company, that they place the customer first and then they start doing the backward engineering to solve the problem. So the approach which I take, I always look at the customer first, what align with the customer, how it is going to solve the customer problem. All the customer metrics in which is there, like CSAT, NPS, or the return reason. What is the reason why the customers are returning so much? And then deep diving into that, work along with your CX team, work along with your supply chain, work along with your brand, and the even with your category people. Try to understand the problem statement and then come up with a kind of a multiple solution, do A/B test analysis, and based on the A/B testing, suggest a solution which does not hamper your customer experience. So, just to give you one example, we did a similar exercise in uh, my previous experience with Flipkart, where we changed the days of a return, where our return rate were high. Initially, we were afraid that it might lower down our top line. So we did the A/B analysis. We selected a few particular product and did the testing. With the help of a pilot, we were able to judge that it does not have any major impact on our customer NPS. And hence, we have taken a call that we will go ahead and extend this to few other categories. So like this, we keep trying to uh, get a line where the customer experience as well as the bottom line both get maximized. The bottom line improvement get maximized, and at the same time, customer experience doesn't get hampered. So like this, we have taken an initiative. Yep.
So the customer is first whenever you're doing anything.
Customer is first. That's the basic for us while doing any initiative. Um, Again, it's irrespective of industry. I mean, you are in e-commerce or in FMCG, your
Right.
customer might change. You might be working in B2B environment or B2C environment, so your customer might change. But at the end of the day, you want to give a superior experience to your customer.
Right, right. That's very important. That's a really thoughtful approach. I'm just going to shift focus now. Where do you see the biggest opportunities for growth in the retail and e-commerce sectors in the next 5 years?
Okay. So according to me, first is the biggest change which have already started. I myself have done a lot of work on that area and with Flipkart. That is the omni channel, where the offline world and online world uh, get integrated. There is an endless aisle. The customer can sitting at home and can view the entire set of a catalog and accordingly take a call. That is one shift which have already happened. Then there is a shift in the social commerce. All the brands have their presence on the Instagram and the Facebook pages, and
Right.
lot of Gen Z customers are taking a direct call. Lots of D2C brand have come up recently. Uh, Third is something artificial intelligence personalized.
Right.
Personalization and artificial intelligence plays a major role now in giving a customer a superior customer experience, not only online but also in the offline world. In the offline world, you walk to the retail store, you try your shirt, there is a VR there. You can go and try just without wearing, just selecting that particular type of style, it will show up.
Right.
And in the e-commerce world, mean lot of personalization have happened. Seeing your past history again, data analytics and your data plays a very, very important role. How was your purchase behavior? What kind of product you have looked in the past? So those kind of initiative again comes into the picture. Apart from this, from the supply chain angle, looking into the Q-commerce right now, everyone want their product to be delivered in 10 minute, 15 minute, 20-minute timeline. This can be scalable only with the help of automation. And recently, Dipender Goyal from Zomato, he has also given a view how the Blinkit warehouse will be there in the next 5 years. And he has just shown the picture where the sets are moving, things are moving in itself with the help of automation. No manpower involved. There's a very, very thin chances of an error. So those kind of things going to happen. And the most important thing is the sustainability or the uh, this is something very important, especially with the new Gen Z customers. If you look, they are looking into some product where it can be easily recycled. So they lots of brands are coming up with an option having a biodegradable product or biodegrade using the biodegradable material. The packaging material have changed, so that will shape a lot of changes in our industry in terms of improvement in terms of bottom line. So new initiative, new thought has to go through it so that brands can work upon these. So these are the few of the areas where definitely I see retail, FMCG or e-com world is moving in that direction.
You spoke about AI, artificial intelligence, and virtual reality.
Yeah.
But that is the positive side of it, where it's
Mhm.
making life easier. But
Yeah.
are there any drawbacks that you could just ponder upon?
See, it's debatable. I agree. AI come up with a lot of a positive, and it's if you go along with it, adopt the new technology, definitely you will drop a lot of a positive. However, in a country like India, where a lot of a manpower is there, uh, lots of gig workers which are working on the ground right now in factories and in warehouses. Post automation, those jobs will be not there. So that is definitely going to be a challenge. Even in few of the places across the globe, there are retail store where there is no manpower. You just walk in, select your product, Amazon Go kind of a thing, where you go and select your product, buy your product, pay it yourself, and just walk out. It will automatically deduct your money. So those things are going to be challenged because in a country like India, uh, the manpower is there, and we need to ensure that we work along with them, and that's our strength. I mean, that's the strength till date for our country. So we need to see how to go along with it. But currently, the trend which is looking in the market, it seems that automation will take it over.
So it should go hand in hand, is what you're trying to say, which right now is not happening, right?
I think right now it's more of a manpower driven. However, with the pressure on the bottom line and the kind of scalable scale which these companies are looking, they must think of the automation. Yeah,
Fascinating outlook. Thank you for sharing your perspective on that. It paints a very clear picture of where the industry is heading in the next 5 years. Thank you, Saurabh, for joining us on this interview. And we look forward to hearing more about what you have to say at the Big Box India event on 21st of August.
sure. Thanks a lot for inviting me. I will be there. Thanks a lot. Looking forward to it. Have a nice day.